noticed that people use different English expressions when they talk with friends? Hi there, I'm Jason, and this is Jason's Easy English, a podcast that helps you improve your English and learn about American culture with clear, understandable episodes in everyday, authentic language. Today, I want to share a short story about expressions people use with their friends. You'll hear some very natural English, the kind you don't always learn in textbooks, but you hear all the time in real life. And just a quick reminder, if you like this content, please don't forget to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this story is fictional, but everything in it reflects how people really talk with friends in the US. So last Friday, after a long week, I met up with a few friends at a small bar near my apartment. Nothing fancy, just drinks, music, and time to relax and hang out. As soon as I sat down, my friend Mike looked at me and said, "Man, you look beat." Beat means very tired, so like in Portuguese, exausto, or in Spanish, agotado. He asked, "Long week?" I laughed and said, "Yeah." Honestly, he was right. I felt completely wiped out. Wiped out is another way to say beat or very tired. With no energy left, I felt wiped out. A few minutes later, my friend Sarah joined us. She smiled and said, "Sorry I'm late. Traffic was crazy, but hey, no big deal." Now, when something is no big deal, it means it's not a problem and not important to worry about, right? Sem problema, or no es gran cosa. It's no big deal. We ordered some drinks and started talking about our week. At one point, Mike told a long story about a mistake that he made at work. When he finished, there was a short silence. Then Sarah said, "Wow, that's rough." In a situation like this, the expression, "that's rough," means, "that sounds difficult or unpleasant." So like in Portuguese, "Isso parece complicado, que complicado," or in Spanish, que duro. It's a very common reaction between friends. "Wow, that's rough," or "that sounds rough." Mike shrugged and said, "Yeah, but I'll deal with it." Then he smiled and added, "Honestly, I kind of messed up." To mess up means to make a mistake, usually a small, insignificant one. Just like in Portuguese, errei, realmente errei, or even in Spanish something like, realmente metí la pata, I messed up. We all laughed because everyone makes mistakes. That's normal to talk about when friends get together, and there's no judgment. Later, Sarah started teasing Mike a little. She said, "Well, at least you didn't get fired." Mike raised his glass and said, "Hey, don't give me a hard time." To give someone a hard time means to tease or criticize someone, but usually in a friendly way. You're just playing. Tipo, pegar no pé. Don't give me a hard time. Sarah smiled and said she was just joking. Then she looked at me and said, "So Jason, what about you? You've been quiet." I told him I was thinking about canceling a trip because of work. Mike immediately said, "No, you should go for it." To go for it means to decide to do something with confidence and courage. There's an expression in Portuguese like, vai fundo, go for it. Or in Espanol, anímate, you should go for it. This moment reminded me of something important. When people speak with friends, the language is more relaxed, emotional, and usually supportive. You hear short expressions, you hear reactions, and sometimes the exact words are less important than the feelings behind them. In the US, friendships often include teasing, encouragement, and honest reactions like, "That's rough," or "no big deal." It doesn't mean people don't care. It usually means they feel comfortable around each other. After another drink and a lot of laughter, I realized something. Even if you don't understand every single word, you can often understand the relationship just by the expressions that people use. All right, I hope that story was interesting and understandable. Before I let you go, let's review the main points of today's episode. Today we heard expressions like, "I feel beat," or I'm wiped out. Two very common ways friends say that they're really tired, exhausted. We also used no big deal. It's no big deal to show that something isn't important or stressful. We reacted to a problem by saying, wow, that's rough, or that sounds rough, in a friendly way to show sympathy. We talked about messing up, which means to make a mistake. My friend Mike messed up at work. And we also heard to give someone a hard time, which usually just means friendly teasing. And finally, we heard go for it, to encourage someone to do something with confidence. Just go for it. These expressions are extremely common when Americans are talking with their friends, especially in relaxed social situations. All right, that's the lesson for today. I hope you were able to understand most of the episode and learned something new. Be sure to follow or subscribe to my podcast, and please share Jason's Easy English with your friends who are also learning English. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you at the next episode.